let's see if YouTube will go. But thank you for putting up with all this. This is a fun day. Got everything working here, mostly, I think. Cold out there, nice to be in here. Okay, I think YouTube is going to. So it's something you've got to do extra each time. Okay, that's over there. Now let's check this button. And next time I'll figure out all this stuff for all that. Okay, so that's going on. It doesn't look like it's set up yet. Doesn't look like that's going. And as long as the little wheel in the lower right-hand corner is spinning around, that means we're probably, excuse me, good to go there. Doesn't look like Delta actually has big gates here at Houston. At least over in the Alpha Concourse. And I guess found out earlier that Delta parks Alpha 1 through Alpha 15. So that's where we are there. But yeah, after I got offline, I got an extra 1 megabyte or something like that on the download. So it was pathetically slow. But my guess is one of the things is okay, that's an interesting picture. Oh, okay, good. It's working. We're over on YouTube as well. All right, don't have to worry about that. So come on, Microsoft Flight Simulator. Probably going to take a little bit of time to power up here. And again, I'm setting new levels, so if the music's too loud, too soft, the airplane's too loud, too soft, please don't feel like you can't chime into chat and say, that's too darn noisy. It is moving, so the little circle is moving, and it's kind of drifting back and forth like this. So because it's drifting back and forth like this, I feel like it's still loading. So it's still loading. Probably needs to do it the first time since I haven't had the Flight Sim Dream Team. Nebula, you switched to X-Plane. Same issue. I think you might not like the airport. This was the FSDT. We actually have used this before, and it was actually pretty good. Wills, yeah, this is the flight to Mexico. And this should be a VATSIM event that's firing up about now. So this should be a VATSIM all the way there. Pirate Dakota, check it in on YouTube. Hi, Pirate Dakota. I hope it looks okay and it's working fine. So hopefully that's working out. I don't know. I'm still figuring that out, but I think it's going to be fine. But thanks for coming in. And a super duper happy Thursday. Tomorrow we've got Frankfurt Friday. Fixes it, zooming it out, update the title. I did update the title, I thought. I hit the title on both of those. So this says, okay, now that's the old one. Let's see, let's check the new one. Yeah, the new one should be good. The new one should be fine. Okay, so I think we're good to go there. I think that's set. Okay, cool. But yeah, the title, is the title wrong on Twitch? The title on Twitch should be fine. I did update those. Twitch says, what does Twitch say? LAX to LAS. Okay, so I need to do that. I thought I did that earlier, but I guess not. Well, we'll do it the old-fashioned way. Okay, I think I got that one done now. So thank you, Wills. Yep, okay, that is updated now too. Okay, so we're cool there. And let's see, I hope this is, yep, the little wheel is still spinning. Welcome to Waiting Simulator, huh? Definitely a waiting simulator, but I do see it's kind of drifting around a little bit. Oh, I think we're getting close. The lights on the autopilot just came on. That's a good sign. That's a good sign. If the lights on the autopilot pop on because they were dark earlier, that's kind of a good thing. Then we'll get on VATSIM and away we go. It's about 2 hours and 15 minutes gate to gate on this one. Okay, come on. I did see the autopilot pop in, so that's good. Let's see. While we're waiting around, we could look at the route over on Navigraph. I'm not using the Navigraph app while I'm in this airplane, though, which is kind of nice. Okay, so import from SimBrief. That looks good. Looks like we're going to go down the coast here. So IAH, we're going to be doing the Rita 7 departure. So the Rita 7. Looks like we got something here. Finally. Okay, let's go ahead and unload SimBrief the app and turn that off. And ready to fly. This doesn't look like the nice scenery. This looks like default. Yeah, this looks like the default scenery. Okay, there's our jet. Hey, Star Lugo's here. Welcome aboard, Star Lugo. Let's see if Volanta will load. I bet I've got to activate it through... I bet I have to activate it through... I bet I have to activate... Okay, I think we've got Volanta going. So look out at the weather. Yep, there's the weather. Look back inside. And Volanta's back, so that's good. Okay, let's look out here and see. I think, well, yeah, that looks like the default. That doesn't look like the nice Houston. So I probably have to activate it. Let's fly anyway. Let's fly anyway. I don't want to sit here all day. Let's see. First things first. If we can, we'll have the ground crew come over here. Let's see. Oh, did I not link it? Oh, that's probably it. Let's get a jetway. Gotta get a jetway. So I have to link it in the FSDT app. Okay. Hey, at least we get a jetway and it works, right? I wonder if VPilot will let us on. Here comes VPilot. And let's see if we can connect. I'm going to try and get one of the other, the Phoenix Airbus working in here soon. Houston Center came on. Oh, perfect timing for low vis. Okay, this all looks pretty good. Let's go and turn it on and see what happens. So battery 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, that's not right. It's battery 1. Battery emergency 1, battery emergency 2, and battery 2. So we have 4 batteries. There are 2 emergencies and 2 regular batteries. I would guess that maybe you would... I'm not doing that right. Let's also do external power 2 and external power 1. And let's see. I like to put the lights on. And we need to do no smoking. And everything else is good for the moment. I did not get a PDC. I wonder if something went wrong with the flight plan. Let's look at VATSIM radar and see if we've appeared here. There's Delta 441. Do I have a flight plan listed? Yep, I've got a flight plan in. So they must not be putting out PDCs or anything like that yet. Okay, so that looks good. While this is going on, we can come down here, and I bring these down about half. The other one's up about 3. This is the lighting, the cockpit lighting here. Flight ops systems. Flight ops status, STS, that's got to be it. Ground. I'm going to open up my cargo, because cargo's fun to watch. That all looks good. Our operational flight plan is aboard. Terminal charts time. Houston. Airport. Here's parking gates. I think I'm at Alpha 12. Airport. That looks good. Alpha 12, we think it's going to be the 15s. And departure. And our departure, according to the operational flight plan, says it's going to be the Rita departure. So we need the Rita 7 departure. There it is, Rita. And it's always good to check. 16,000 feet. Always good to come over here and check what that altitude might be. 16,000 feet. And then you sometimes have to flip these buttons over here. Did I do pizza? Actually, no. Hate to talk about pizza, but no, I didn't do any pizza. I was doing other things. Okay, all of our controls are set. Numbers are good here. Let's go to the init side. All right, we have got delivery. Let's do ATC, digital ATIS, and let's see if we can get, I think there's only one, so we need to go to none and send it. I know. So what I decided to do was I decided to go and I took some tape, some duct tape and stuff, and I put it where the feet of the little tripods are that I've got. That way I can put the tripods back to for the 2 new cameras. I don't think I got it. Let's do departure instead, and now request it. And we'll just send the arrival. Houston staffing up. Yeah, it is a big event, isn't it? Let's go and get a clearance as quick as we can. 128.1. 128100.
Houston clearance delivery, United 1970, requesting 9 for clearance to Atlanta. Information, okay.
United 1970, Houston clearance below. Clearance on question number 2, expect to be
Roger, United 1970.
Houston delivery, hello there from Delta 441. Information uniform is aboard, and we'd like to get in line for a PDC to Mexico City.
Delta 441, Houston clearance below. Thank you for uniform. Gear number 3, expect to be.
Thanks.
Delivery, Yolo 705.
Sunjammer, thank you for popping that in. Yes, our AE35 unit has gotten fixed again. Welcome back in, Sunjammer. Hope you're having a good day. Ever fly the Rudy 6 out of Teterboro? And that's not memorable for me, but I have a feeling it should be. I have a feeling it should be. Oh, I did not insert my flight plan, that's why.
Yolo 705.
Okay, I didn't insert my flight plan. That's why it isn't working. Now let's try these. I bet they work now. Uh-oh. I may have frozen up my airplane. I have frozen up my airplane here. My McDo's are not working. My McDo's are not working. I can't do the McDo. I wonder if I'm going to have to reload. Hey, is it a WASM crash? Is that what this is? This is a WASM crash? So am I going to have to get out and start over? Sunjammer, thank you for coming in. Thank you for being here. I hope it's a good day. Okay, it's 2024 doing 2024 things. So I get to restart, huh? All right. Boy, I get to spend so much time doing these things. All right, let's blow out and restart it. Do we have, I assume we have to back completely out, right? You know what I might do? I might just go over here and see. Let's come on over here. It didn't show up. Okay. That's right. That's a big part of the problem, isn't it, Dougal? Spending all of your time doing stuff quickly, right? Doing all of those things quickly. Well, while we're here, let's just go over and do a quick thing. And it looks like Houston is all set there. Oh, I bet I know what the problem is. I have to. It's all loaded for Flight Sim. I bet it's loaded for 2020, not 2024. KIAH. Nope, it isn't that. Let's just fly. Start again. Timmy, welcome aboard. Thank you for coming in. We do love airplanes here. We don't necessarily love simulators when they're cranky, which mine appears to be, but welcome on in. Thanks for coming by. Oh, Bog, I just had to reload the airplane. Watch, we probably have another update. Okay. Let's see. Let's do a quick set of control checks here. Fuel off, landing gear down, parking brake. Everything's good there. Everything's good there. Okay, our controls are in the right spot. Oh, Dreams, you know about it too, so this has happened to you too, so I should have just reloaded the aircraft. Thanks, Oh, Dreams. Thanks, Bog. But yeah, Dougal is right. I tend to click buttons in the airplane way too fast, and my guess is that's part of what gets me into a little bit of trouble. Okay, let's get the volume for the airplane set. Let's get alerts turned on, and everything else is good. And let's go ahead and get the controls back to neutral on the autopilot. Positive note, it is a beautiful night fly out of South Texas. Yeah, if it were the real South Texas, because we have to reload the sim, we could have ended up going to we could have ended up going to Whataburger or Rudy's or something like that while the sim reloads. Seriously, we could make it from the airport to Whataburger or Rudy's and back in the time that it takes for Flight Simulator to be ready for us. The amount of waiting has just been, oh my gosh. Hey, security man, welcome in. Thanks for coming in today. This was unscheduled. I was planning on getting things going after all the accounting stuff this week tomorrow, but I had it all ready to go and I just didn't want to sit and, stare out the window. I mean, seriously, we can stare out the window together. It's getting cold. There's rain and snow out there. I'd much rather do this. I didn't see that the scenery needed to be linked. And we do have Charlotte loaded, so hopefully it'll be ready to go this time. Let's see. I have noticed that lately, you remember the movies that are playing while it's loading? Remember how it was constantly We need to. That's right. Thursday, Low-Vis, the Fokker version 2 Now that's a free upgrade that we get from Fokker, or is that a paid upgrade on the F28? Because yeah, we'll be taking a break from that for sure, and I assume it's 2024 ready to go, right? So yeah, it's we got to take an A350 break on Thursday. It's free and it will be in 2024. See, yay! Never hurts to ask to make sure. So if you have the Fokker F28. Don't be fucking around on Thursday. We need to be ready for that airplane. And I usually just wait for a few seconds after it loads, just to give the sim a sec to breathe. Now we'll go ahead and start. Okay, let's go and let's just see if IAH has shown up here in this. KIAH. No, it's not showing up, so I guess we're gonna have default again. No problem. Okay, free flight. I noticed a little bit of an improvement when I signed up for the beta. So I noticed that. This is my first time running this. And it looks like I've already got the livery. Make sure that our gate is still available. It is. Somebody just did something nice. We got a follow from JetRed7. Hey, JetRed7, welcome aboard. Thanks for coming in. Timmy was checking in from YouTube as well. Thanks for being here, Timmy. KIAH Houston. And looks like Delta Concourse is completely empty. Bog is getting a smooth sim without the cabin. So Delta doesn't really have any big gates here in the Alpha Concourse. All of these are small. So we'll just grab our same gate. Nobody is there. And let's hit start. Hopefully we don't have to wait a long time on this one too. Looks like the same scenery, so I'm gonna guess that the nice stuff is downloaded, but it's not in. Okay, what else can I do? I think we're done. Sierra Charlie has just become a subscriber on Twitch for the first time. Hey, Sierra Charlie, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. This is how I keep the lights on here at Spy HQ. So thanks for helping me keep the lights on and keep going. I really appreciate the support. Oh my gosh. What is all of this? Oh my gosh. Oh, it reset my settings. It reset the settings. Now all of the ridiculous air traffic, the noisy air traffic's back in the sim. All right. We got to go and reset stuff. Okay, so hang on. Settings. All right. That's assistances, pilot, hot air, balloon, visual, unlimited fuel, piloting. Nope, that's not it. Maybe it's graphics menu and probably global at the end. It's down here, right? Yeah, we did this before. Up, it reset it all. I had these turned off. So air traffic. See, I also dropped these down too. And this down, and air traffic goes to off. Yeah, that's what we do. Air traffic quality. I'm going to do high AH mic. Also, I'm going to turn off the characters. Oh, I don't have any. Okay, so let's just go with these. We're going to turn both of those off. Yeah, that looks better. Let's resume. Now let's see if it'll let us on VATSIM. Yeah, the multiplayer mess and all that other stuff is annoying. Plus, they always reset your settings. Oh, you know what I better do? Let's see if they they probably put us back into anti-aliasing, language, sound, online. Did they turn multiplayer on? No, at least they didn't turn multiplayer back on. That's off. Okay, so that's good. Let's get back on VATSIM. Hey, PDC came in. Good to go. Pushback helper. Get the jetway. Here comes jetway. There should be an airplane at the end, and there's an airplane at the end, and it looks like it's even a Delta jet too. BAW, thank you for the resub for 31 months and awesome jet fuel in the flight plan. Jet Red, thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. Okay. But yeah, hopefully that'll take care of those. I thought I saw that this thing had gotten linked, so. Okay, just like the real pilots, it's a smart thing to come in because we have so many USBs now, and it's a really good thing for us to come here and just check our controls. So, speed brakes down, flaps up, parking brake is on, gear lever is down. Okay, so all of those look really good. Come over here. I've got rudder pedals, I have a side stick, and I have a tiller. So all of that's good. Now we can turn the airplane on. And I think maybe I am doing it wrong. I think it's battery 1, battery 2, emergency 2, and emergency 1. Does your frame rate... they're probably resetting it. Very annoying, isn't it? Airplane's coming to life. And that looks good. No smoking to auto. Emergency exit lights on. And I think somebody has started a hype train. Onion Royal just did a resub, and BAW just did a resub. BAW, thank you for being here for 31 months. Onion Royal, thank you for being here for 4 months. And some awesome jet fuel in the flight plan. Thank you for helping me to keep the lights on here and continue with the live stream dream. I usually do 3 clicks on the dome, the flood, and turn the integrated lighting down about halfway. Okay, let's do flight op status and sim brief import. Sim brief import looks good. Go to ground. We've got chocks, a ground power unit, and for extra little realism, I like to go and open up my cargo bays. Onion Royal, this is the flight we're doing right now. We're doing this flight right now. Okay, this all looks good. So we can come up here and we'll do nav 1, nav 2, nav 3. Hold down the fire lights. Fire lights are good. And we've got a master warning. We've got ECAM. We've got fire lights on there. Fire check is groovy. Let's do init and company request. New Zealand 321, welcome. You did the first flight in this plane from Manchester to Singapore. It's so smooth. Probably the best I've ever flown. So New Zealander, I ended up having to make some slight changes in some of my control sensitivities. Did you end up doing that as well? Because I ended up having to do some changes there. ATC comms, digital ATIS, send the request, and send the request for Mexico. I'm real happy with this. Now my sensitivities that I've changed, I changed these sensitivities. I dropped my, and this is across the board, so every controller. my side stick. These are, I believe, were the rudder pedals, so it's -4 and then a small dead zone. And that seems to be working pretty good for my flight here. Now then, we're going to come over to the departure here at Houston, and we're going to go and get the ATIS and update it, and that should get us the VATSIM ATIS. There it is. Uniform is now aboard. Let's do the IRS check. IRSs are good. ATIS is received, and so is the stations, and our route's been uplinked as well. All right, let's come on over here. And with all that, we're going to go to our terminal charts. IAH. New Zealand wants to know when we will see PMDG planes. I'm going to guess now that Sim Update 1 is out and it's official. My hope is that in the not too distant future, I don't want to say the 4-letter S word soon, but I'd like to think that they would probably like to get their 777 ready to go for Microsoft Flight Simulator before Cross the Pond. GT Boy, beer cheers. Thanks for coming in. Rita departure. We already did this, right? So, departures. We need the Rita departure. Uh-oh. You know what? I think it probably went and did 16,000 feet. Yeah, I think it put us into the graphics setting that makes all the numbers blurry. Very annoying. Hi, Wobby. Welcome aboard. So I have to do a restart for that too. Okay, so Rita is 16,000 feet. Let's see. The arrival into Mexico City is Engage 3 Alpha. So Mexico and arrivals and Naga 3 Alpha. It's not Engage. That was very Picard of me, wasn't it? Okay, so this looks like it's going to be really good, and it puts us out here at Ukten. We are expecting 5 right. So ILS 5 right. I bet that's it right there. There's a Zulu and an X-ray. I'm just going to grab this one. There's Ukten right there. So that should be good. We need the airport and the parking gates, and we're good to go there. Hey, thank you for a nice level 1 hype train, especially on today. Thank you for helping me to keep lights on here at Spy HQ. And I usually change this. Do I have an A320? Yeah, GT Boy, it is the Phoenix A320, and I definitely recommend the Phoenix. I really think that. Boeing Baga, did you have a crash too? Well, keep in mind, we all just got updated to the Sim Update 1. So my guess is there probably will be some crankiness. There will be a little crankiness here. There we go. That looks really good. So IRSs are good. Expect 1-5 left for departure. And Eagle just gifted some subs to the community. It says that Eagle gifted 5 subs to the community. Hey, Eagle. That was really nice of you. Thank you for the extra support today. Thank you for some nice jet fuel in the flight plan and helping me to keep my lights on here. I really appreciate the extra support today. Runway, I'm expecting 1-5 left. The SID is going to be the Rita departure. And when you have to do it this way, you need to go and get the little dial to get down to Rita. Here comes Rita. There it is. There is the Rita 7 departure. And we're going to transition out of Rita at Ren. I guess is in Ren and Stimpy. WWREN. Okay. Rita, ILS, 26 left. Insert. And insert temporary. While we're at it, we can come in here and they usually have the APU going in this airplane. Did I do 26 left? I did. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm clueless. Let's do the departure over again. I should have done 1-5 left. 1-5 left. There we go. 1-5 left. Wow, thank you for catching that, Speed Radish. Boeing Baga caught it too. GT Boy, you got your peripherals going with the fly-by-wire? You're going to upgrade to the Phoenix? I think that is a really smart way to go. Absolutely a smart way to go. Rita. And we're coming out at Ren. Let's try that. That's a much better departure. Haven't given out subs in a while. You've been mostly lurking and busy with life. Eagle, thanks for coming back in. I sure understand being busy with life. We've all got that right now, but thank you for the extra support today. I really appreciate it. Thanks for coming in. Really cool new airplane since you've been here. And MMX, our runway that we're expecting at MMX, I believe was 5 right. Just Jack just did a resub today. Hey, Just Jack, thank you for your resub today. Just Jack has been here for 5 months right now, and thank you for some nice jet fuel in the flight plan. Thanks for being here, Just Jack. 5 right, and it's Engage 3 Alpha. 5 right. Wow, two sneezes in a row. Boy, are you lucky I have a sneeze button here. 5 right. I think I took the X-ray. I got... Which one did I do? I took the ILS Zulu for 5 right. Okay. Our star is Engage. Which Engage here? It is Engage 3 Alpha. Or ENAG 3 Alpha. And that is going to be via Inaga. I don't think we're doing... Oh, Epram or Utkin? It's Ukton. There we go. Got that one right. And insert that into the flight plan. Let's see. Let's turn on the APU bleed. And then we can also turn off 1 ground power. Okay. Load sheet time. Import from SimBrief. And our numbers should be good. Let's fuel the plane. Plane is fueling. Let's check the OPF. And fuel, block fuel says 20.02. And we have boarded at 20.02. Looks good. I'm going to board my passengers. Passengers are aboard. So that looks pretty good. And now we can go and do our weights, which is a very heavy subject. Okay, now we're going to use some of our new tricks that we've learned about this airplane. We're going to go hit Captain OIS, and we're going to get our zero fuel weight, which is 163.6. 163.6, and enter. I'm going to hit that magic button again, and our center of gravity is 25.9. 25.9. Enter. Block fuel is 20.0. I'm reading it on the fuel gauge right up there. So 20.0 and enter. That looks good. Let's come over here. And we have 227 passengers. 227 passengers, that's good too. Now then, let's get our taxi and everything else from the OPF. Taxi fuel is 0.374. That looks good. Contingency fuel is 1.42. And enter. Alternate is 3.09. And final reserve is 2.28. And that's 2.2 is 30 minutes, so we can just leave that automatic in there. And all of that looks good. That gives us an additional 30 minutes of fuel. Way to go, airplane. Return. And now we can go, oh, I forgot to do winds. Gotta do winds. We are flying out of the event and then into an event, just like Loviz said. Yes. So this is a double event that Loviz found for us. Received company winds and insert the winds. Okay, that looks good. Let's go to do takeoff performance. Actually, why don't we did get a squawk code, so let's do surveillance on this side. It's easier. Squawk is 6710. Squawks are good. All that. Eagle. So far, so good. So far, we think it's pretty good here. And constraints, airport. That looks great. Everything's good here. And this is looking nice. Let's turn on the radio. Contact ramp 130.82 for push. 130.825, I'm guessing, is for push. That's ramp. Okay. So far, so good there. Back to ground. I'm going to close my cargo bays. Cargo doors are closing. Gosh darn it. All that effort to load this and it still didn't load. Okay, how's everything up here? Everything looks good up here. The altimeter here in Houston is 2997. 2997. Uh-oh. It's going to be one off from here. Sometimes it's like that. It needs to be the correct number in the airplane. Menu. Got to do this, I think, every time. And 2997 up there. Backup altimeter's good too. All of this looks good. Let's go and do our performance for departure. Sync the FMS. There's the FMS. Sync the weather. And compute. It's dry in Houston. Beautiful night to depart. Send that to the FMS. And come on over here. We are at gate A12. Alpha 12 is our departure point. A12. Houston IAH information uniform remains current. .825 is looks good. I think we can do the checklist now. Let's just put our speeds in. Speeds are in. Now we'll do our checklist. Before start, gear pins, good. Fuel quantity, verified. Takeoff data is in. The barrel reference is set. Seatbelts are going to go on. And we're going to ask them to put their phones and stuff away now. Doors are good. Parking brake is set. Our checklist is complete. We're going to come over here to pushback helper. And I'm going to request my tug, which will get rid of the jetway and close my door. And we'll see, there's the jetway over there. We'll see the jetway go up. There goes the jetway. Bye, jetway. That one looked pretty good. Okay, I'm going to go to surveillance, and we're going to go get on their scope. We are now squawking. Everything's good to go up here. Before start checks are done, I think we can go. Shall we call in?
Number 69 Tango, you're squawking 2000. When able, squawk 6750, 6750.
Thanks, Roger, we'll do that. Eastern ground, Walker 4721, ready to taxi.
Walker 4721, make the 180, taxi to spot 10, on spot 10, contact metering 119.95.
I think we're almost ready to go. Just Jack, you didn't know that we were live. I actually hadn't planned on doing this today.
And Brown, using United.
Hadn't planned on it, but we're all ready to go.
We're going to do uniform, we're ready for push.
That's Black Heavy, United Heavy, go ahead.
That's
United 82 Heavy,
really annoying.
Uniform at gate Delta 4 Bravo, ready for push start. United 82 Heavy, push approved, push on spot 15. Spot 15, United Heavy. Second aircraft, go ahead.
United 44 Heavy, we're got uniform ready to push.
United 44 Heavy, hold the push. You'll wait for 777 on the right. Yeah, 1528, taxi spot 2 Romeo Bravo Bridge, Romeo Bravo.
I got it done. Thank you for the reminder, Just Jack. I really appreciate it. Yeah, Mighty Morph. Not really a vacation, but... Houston, hello from Delta 441. We're an A350 at stand Alpha 12. Got our PDC aboard. Uniforms aboard too, requesting startup and pushback.
Delta 44, Delta 441 Heavy, Houston Ram, thanks for all that. Push approved, push on to spot 6.
On to spot 6 for Delta 441. I have no idea where spot 6 is. Let's see if we can find spot 6 in our charts. Spot 6 is right there. Okay. So let's go tail. Let's go tail to the south. Shall we go?
Push there. We got a
okay.
On the left.
Here we go.
Yeah, sorry. Better move giving us some problems.
Parking brakes are off.
We're waiting on
and away we go.
Welcome on board this Airbus A350 aircraft. Your safety is our top priority. Please pay close attention to this important safety briefing. Fasten your seatbelt by inserting the metal tip into the buckle. To tighten, pull the strap, and to release, lift the top of the buckle. In case of unexpected turbulence, we'd ask that you keep your seatbelt fastened whenever seated. If the cabin pressure changes, oxygen masks will automatically drop.
Parking brakes
Pull the
on.
mask towards you, place it over your nose and mouth, and secure it with the elastic.
That's not so bad. That's not a bad pushback from the cabin. We're the only ones here, so that's pretty good. How about if we start some engines? So, starter. You know what I don't think I did? I don't think I did my fuel pumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Fuel pumps are on.
Delta 5592 Houston ramp, push approved, push nose west.
Everything looks good to go. How about starting engine number 1? There goes the big white bars around there. Welsh Wizard is flying from IAH to EGCC in the SIA Flight 51. I think you can only have like one voice. I think you only get to have one voice with this, so you only get one voice, and so that's why we've got
82 Heavy, Houston ramp, go ahead.
that voice.
I was just saying we're moving now, 82 Heavy. Okay. Take your landing for spot 11, that's fine. On spot 11, contact here, go 9.95.
Welsh Wizard, is it Stan Delta 4? I think that's got to be you that I saw over there.
Walker 4721, contact metering 119.95.
That looks good. Starting engine number 2. And engine number 2 starts. Minimum takeoff fuel is 17.2.
44 Heavy, push
17.2.
approved, push on the spot 16.
We're in good shape.
We'll push on the spot 16.
Mighty Morph does not have any love for keeping the lights on.
44 Heavy, that's going to be the spot furthest to your terminal.
Roger, 44 Heavy.
And United 82 Heavy, when you get them started up, transition over to spot 14. On start, spot 14, United 84 Heavy.
I hear engines going. That looks pretty good right there. And we got an engine that is available. So starter back to normal. Done with the APU bleed and the APU.
Economy 5, 22 Heavy, we're at East Cargo.
Okay, we're gonna do flaps to 1. Control checks time.
522 Heavy, looks like you were told wrong. Go ahead and monitor or contact metering 119.95, sorry about that.
Okay, that looks good. Let's disconnect the pedal,
522 Heavy, thanks, Steel.
the rudder pedals, and do rudders. All the way to the right, all the way to the left. Speed brakes are armed. Auto brakes are going to be max. Auto brakes are max. After start checklist. After start checklist, anti-ice, we'll consider that. Checklist is complete. That looks really good. Now then, we're actually over here. We're supposed to be over here at spot 6. So we're back in here a little bit. So if we come over here, so actually I can zoom this in and get a better idea of where spot 6 is. No, that's just showing us spot 9. So my guess is we're just going to pull a little bit forward and call in at spot 6. Hopefully that'll work. Cabin call. Parking brakes off. And let's look over here. Nobody's over there. And now we'll just gently nudge ourselves over to the line here for spot 6. Mighty Morph, you resub. Thank you for the resub. Oh, you just did. I see that. It was a resub and you've been here for 10 months. Mighty Morph, thank you for a nice resub. There is the line, and that's probably where we need to stop. Parking brakes. Houston, hello again from Delta 441 at spot 6. Started, pushed, no damage to any ground gear. Requesting taxi.
Sorry, I missed it. What was that?
Delta 441, spot 6. Uniform still aboard, requesting taxi.
Delta 44 Heavy, uniform still current clear. Well, go ahead and contact metering 119.95.
119.95 now for Delta 441. Thanks. Have a good weekend. 119.95.
Landing ground, United 44 Heavy, he's pushed back from.
Mighty Morph just got cheerful too. Hey, Mighty Morph, thank you for some nice cheers today. Hey, that was nice. Thank you for some extra cheers. And thank you for all sorts of great support. Messi is back in chat. Welcome back in. Houston, hello there from Delta Flight 441 Heavy at Spot 6 with the information uniform requesting taxi.
Delta 441, Houston metering, thank you for uniform. Monitor ground 121.7 today.
0.7 for Delta 441. And they said monitor, so we don't call them, we monitor. So 121.7. I want to get my notes over here really, really fast. Okay, and I've got to do DLSS again. Got to do DLSS here. Because when I did the upgrade, it turned it back on. Thank you. I don't hear anybody. Maybe we'll call in. Maybe we shouldn't have monitored. Maybe we should call. Houston ground, hello there from Delta 441 at Spot 6 with uniform requesting taxi.
Delta 441, Houston ground. I believe you're told to monitor, may not contact me. For runway 15 left, taxi via Whiskey.
15 left, Whiskey. We heard so much silence, we weren't sure. Apologies for breaking in. Okay, so we're supposed to do Whiskey. So I guess it's going to be in the ramp area over here, and Whiskey takes us around there. I know, shock. Messy, so I wasn't planning on doing this right now, but there we go. Let's go. And parking brakes are off. Can we go over here? Yeah, let's go over here. Welsh Wizard, it's taking a long time to load in. Usually it does on the first time around. Before takeoff checklist. Flight controls, instruments, briefing, V1, squawk is good, takeoff runway is verified, checklist is complete. And Whiskey is this one. Hi Lion Drummer, welcome aboard. Messy, tomorrow's first route is we're departing Frankfurt to Venice.
Delta 441 Heavy, contact Houston Tower 127.3, good day.
Over to Tower 127.3 for Houston, for Delta 441.
Have a good flight, Spy.
127.3. Thank you. 127.3.
Emirates 6910 goes super, contact Houston Tower 7.3, good day.
Okay, 127.3, that's good. And departure. We didn't get a departure. And I've got a whole bunch of different ones. I don't think that they gave us one for departure. I know, I think we need to do that. Oh, that was Dade Flats. I didn't recognize the voice. I thought, oh my gosh, what's that all about? Okay, takeoff config check. 1, 2, 3.
4721, contact departure 132.25, we'll see you.
132.25,
That might be our next frequency. Yeah, I think we're going to need a widget warrior. Houston Tower, hello there from Delta 441. Holding short of 15 left with uniform, fully ready.
Delta 441 Heavy, Houston Tower, good evening, wind 140 at 12, RNF taps, runway 15 left, clear for takeoff.
15 left, clear for takeoff. After takeoff, we are direct to PATS for Delta 441. Taps, not
KLM
PATS.
512 Heavy, contact departure 132.25. He's been having radio issues, so stand by if you don't get him right away.
13225, KLM 512.
Shall we go? Problem I'm running into is with my hand over here on the tiller talking to the radio. Stretchers, did I say her name right? Welcome aboard. So there's there's several different ways that you could fly the flight simulator. You want to get into the big jets like this, then yeah, especially if you're going to be on VATSIM, it's going to be super serious and stuff. Now, you don't have to get on VATSIM.
Emirates 69 Tango
You
Super,
can
Houston
just
Tower.
buzz around in multiplayer in a Cessna and have an incredibly good time. But right now, you know, we're on VATSIM. Our airplanes are really exciting, so here we go. Throttles up halfway. Engines are stable. Manual flex. SRS and runway is set. Auto thrust is blue. .100 knots, transferring to the side stick. Rudder pedals to keep us steady down
Unstable.
the runway. Totally unstable.
V1.
Hands off the throttles. Go. Positive rate gear. Gear going up. Lever climb, thrust climb.
Delta 441 Heavy, contact Houston departure 132.25, we'll see you.
13225 for Delta 441. Thanks. Have a good weekend.
Yeah.
Roger.
0 on the 405, Sun Country,
United 1528, contact Houston Center 132.175. Good day.
132.25, United 1528, have a good night.
AP's got us.
Malicious 1, descend to maintain 6,000.
And looking good. Okay, speed brakes disarmed. Flaps are up. Landing gear is up. Houston, hello from Delta 441, passing 3,900 for 16 direct taps.
Delta 441, Houston departure. Hello, your radar contact, climb via the Reed 7 departure.
Climb via the departure, the Rita departure for Delta 441.
Sun Country 8138, about 3 miles from Elrin, fly your present heading, maintain 3000 until established, clear ILS runway 4 approach.
Present X 3000 SS, clear ILS runway 4, Sun Country 1.
Over 2143 Bravo, your radar contact, altitude indicates 2,500, about 3 miles south of the executive airport. Resume on navigation, maintain
Airplane's climbed a little bit too high on the departure.
29er, 69er.
29er,
We climbed a little bit too high on the departure here.
Resume navigation. Stay clear of
So,
Bravo.
hopefully they didn't catch that. Rita departure.
996.
And Rita says below 5,000 to bottle. So we climbed just a little bit too high there. Let's see if we can't get down to where we belong. Messi, yeah, if you could do that. Security man, type exclamation point
Walker
tiller,
4721,
and that'll
contact
get it
Houston
for
Center,
you.
132.775.
Exclamation point tiller. Marrakesh would be fun. Can you put that over in Discord?
KLM 512, contact Houston Center 134.20.
134.20, KLM 512.
Number 2143
Nice
Bravo.
lights tonight.
The Sugarland 8
It went into altitude mode. Yeah, it did something really well. So wedding carrots, it is a bug.
Malicious 1
That is great to know. No, was not holding on to my constraints here.
270, malicious 1.
And Sun Country 8138.
Okay,
the
there
Hobby
is
winds
bottle.
are 150,
And now-
runway 4, clear land.
Let's go ahead and resume the climb. And we need to be above 7,000 feet. And actually, we're probably good now
Malicious 1, descend and
to
maintain
go
4,000.
to
4,000,
16.
1.
And let's go ahead and see if managed will work for us there. It was not keeping the... There we go. Tiller works. Thanks, Just Jack. It worked. There's where you get it. Is the side instrument connected to Navigraph? This? Yes. This is called the
Malicious 1,
OIS.
best rated descent through 6,000 for traffic.
This is called the OIS.
Best descent through 6,000, malicious 1.
And actually, we're doing pretty good now. Not so bad.
Delta 441 traffic is 12 o'clock westbound, 11 to 12 o'clock westbound. Descend through 6,000 now should be a factor, it's F16.
Delta 441 has that traffic. Look at the night lights tonight. Wow. Houston's looking
Southwest
pretty
38,
awesome this
74, I got one
evening.
arrival, and I got somebody flying through the departure course, and then I'll get you out.
Oh, good.
Okay, we got to be above 9,000 at
2143
Wino.
Bravo.
At Wino.
Enter a
I think that's Wino there.
Correction, right base, runway.
Okay, let's make the range change out. There's
17,
Rita over
Sugarland,
there.
report base.
I think we're going to be fine.
Right base for 1743 Bravo.
Yep, we are now direct to Wino.
I'm sorry, 43 Bravo. Did you want
Woohoo!
did you want directions to the R&M
there you go.
practice
We could
approach?
have some
You wanna
fun
come in
with
and
that
let you
one.
go and then do the practice approach.
Hey,
Yeah, I'm gonna take
Loviz says
well,
they
take the visual
changed the
approach for now. I'm
runways to
actually
the
having some trouble with
2-3s.
GPS, so
Thanks,
we'll just
Loviz.
land first and then we'll get back up.
All right, sounds good. Sugarland Airport.
Yep,
that's your,
really
1
worth your
o'clock
time if you want to look for it. The link's just above your post,
And
Cambo.
43 Bravo's got it inside. And we
Very
have
nice
weather.
gift from Noodles.
Or 2143 Bravo, thanks.
Okay, we're above 9,000 there. And looking pretty good. $10,000 feet, landing
Delta
lights.
441, you contact Houston Center on 134.20. Have a nice trip.
134.20 for Delta 441. Thanks. Have a good weekend.
You too.
134,200. And there we go. That looks good. 10,000 feet. That looks great. After takeoff checklist. And barrel reference has not been set, so we can't clear that checklist. Houston Center, hi there from Delta 441 at Rita. 11,000 for 16.
Delta 441, Houston Center, howdy, climb and maintain flight level 400.
400, and a big howdy back from Delta 441.
Yellow 705.
Howdy, I guess that we're in Texas right now. Lion
just
Drummer,
looking to
I
take
did
the
just
RNF,
do one of
runway
these,
14.
and it is over, and it should be there. And we're looking good there. Speed's coming on up. We're
Yellow
cleared
705,
to our
Roger. You want to
final
take that from
cruise.
Hindic, and do you want the procedure
But
turn,
Lion
or
Drummer,
do you
I hope
want,
you find that
vector,
it's somewhat
straight in?
helpful. So we're done with these
vector
sorts of
straight in
things,
would be
except
great.
over here. And somebody was asking about the
Yellow
red
705, Roger.
dot, the red dot there. That red dot right,
Yellow
the
705, you can
button
expect the RNAV
is
for
autopilot
descend at pilot's
disconnect.
discretion, maintain 1
And then there's a
The
hat
Laredo
switch underneath there
altimeter-
that I use for looking right and
Could have
left.
been more prepared. The Laredo
And then I can
altimeter
also make it go
207.
back to normal by pushing it in. Otherwise, you could put the top back on, and it looks just like a real Airbus. Really is neat. But and all of these, there's nothing that's going to change with those for a while.
Envoy 3390.
Best landing in the PMD G737. You know what? Loviz says that HUD is actually really, really good. There is just Jack's landing. Minus 28. That's pretty awesome, Jack. And you were within the landing zone. You're in the touchdown zone, so that's absolutely outstanding.
American 1793, thanks for your
Just
help
where you
earlier.
wanted to be.
Contact Fort Worth Center, 135.17. Good night.
And we're waiting for 18,000 feet, then we can close out that checklist.
See ya.
Okay, so here we all here. Looks like we're gonna have a little bit of quiet time here. Mexico City. They do have an ATIS
610,
up.
contact Houston approach.
So we can go and actually get that ATIS from the airplane right now, which I think is just awesome. So we come down here to the Mexico City and hit none and hit update. Bachman, welcome aboard. Have no idea what that is.
The terminal via Charlie and Charlie.
Bonbaga, thank you for coming in. Thanks for saying so. It's great that you're here. Loviz is a big HUD believer. Absolutely is. So thanks for saying so, Baga. Yeah, here's Loviz set up with the HUD in the 737 MAX right now. Okay, over here, and as Loviz says, they have switched to runway 23. Expect the ILS Zulu runway 23 left. See, I mean, we can prepare for this right now if we wanted to. And that's just really, really nice to be able to do here. Really like being able to do that. But we've got plenty of time in this flight. This is not going to be one of our shortest stops.
Contact Houston approach 120.05.
411, that's not us.
2005, Delta 411.
Delta 411, oh my gosh. Oh, a Delta 411 is out there. Inaga 3 Bravo for the 23s. I'm pretty certain that you're right. The fact is, if we look here, we're done with the Houston stuff.
Kilo 705, go ahead.
And it's the Inaga 3 Alpha. I bet as we look at the chart, it's going to say, yeah, it says for 5 left and right. So we're going to just restack our charts for all this. And now we're going to be planning for...
18 left would be great.
So we'll plan for our new runway. So arrivals is Inaga 3 Bravo.
Shouldn't be a problem, but I'll get it right back.
So that's 23 left and right, and that puts us out at Siesta. I love that. So Inaga 3 Bravo. Did I save it? Nope.
Gusher 3 arrival, the Houston altimeter 2997.
Inaga 3 Bravo. And the approach, they even told us what the approach is supposed to be, which is so nice.
You can descend via
so expect the ILS Zulu runway 23 left. ILS 230, that's the X-ray. ILS Zulu 23 left. There's our runway. And we're going to come in via Eston, Vinksa. What's this? It's Eston. Cool. And now we'll come over to the airport, and we need that, and we need parking gates. Go back to the pin board, and you can see everything is in the order that we need. So that's pretty cool. Widget Wire just went into a 2-minute ad. It shouldn't be any more than 90 seconds at the most. They shouldn't, that shouldn't be 90 seconds.
Yeah, 2682, contact Houston approach 120.05. Good night.
We'll just zoom out a little bit there. Nebula, you're going, I'm going a bit fast. Let me know what your preference is as if ATC doesn't contact me.
Left. Is that what you were asking?
Oh, you do whatever you want, Nebula. We're doing just fine.
From your position, I can give you straight in if you want to go direct to stick at this time.
And altimeters?
Yeah, sure, we can go.
Standard.
Kilo 705.
Standard. And standard. The barrel refs have been set to standard. Checklist is complete. Everything looks good to go there. I'm going to go to normal. A little early, but that's okay. And back to performance.
3874, Houston Center, hello, climb and maintain flight level 260.
Okay, everything looks good. I don't see anything there. We're going to go to a slightly bigger track there. Let's go ahead and ring the bell. Let the flight attendants know they can get up now. And we're going to go ahead and let them use their devices. So now if we go back into the cabin, we should see seat belts and no smoking, but the devices lights are out. So now they can use phones and, well, you not get your phone, but in airplane mode. But you can also use your laptops. But you got to keep your seat belts on.
Air Mexico 418. Looks like Monterey is offline still. Yeah, sorry about that. Mexico 418, radar services are terminated. Switch to advisory frequency approved. Have a great flight.
Up to the advisory for Air Mexico.
Okay, so Mexico is up.
What?
And I think we're going to get kicked over to Unicom too. Maybe. Well, Corpus Christi's up today.
Delta 1287, thanks so much for your help. Contact Houston approach 120.05.
Actually, I don't see a Houston center color contour here.
No problem.
But my guess is we're going to be talking to Houston here, so at least until we get into Mexico. Let's see. Oh, that was for Loviz going a bit fast. Sorry, Nebula, I can't read. Soda on a Logitech keyboard is New York. You don't want to have soda on a Logitech keyboard. Now you're on your phone. The soda on the keyboard could really cause some sticky situations there. Bachman, thank you for coming in today. That just seems to be a VATSIM thing. It's been going on for a long time. I've never really done that. I really have never done the type of a thing. I could. Now I don't make cat noises on VATSIM. I usually just go and say, you know, pushed and started from gate 13, no damage to your jetway. I prefer to be original. Just Jack, that was a VAC classes thing. And Nebula is at Mach 0.88. That's the thing I love about these airplanes. They go fast. We'll probably be at Mach point, what, 82, 85, unless ATC makes a stomp on the brakes. You know, we love to be chill. Absolutely love to be chill. This is supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be fun. And now we get to sit back and enjoy a beverage and watch our incredibly cool new airplane work. $25,000 feet. I'm going to go and do seat belts off. And now all we have is no smoking, so that's correct. We are 80 miles from our top of climb, and it looks like we're going to be climbing for another 10 minutes. Let's see. Tomorrow, our first flight is Frankfurt on a Frankfurt Friday. We are going to Venice,
1950, contact
and then we're going to continue out of Venice to Skopje. I don't know if we can take the A350 or not on that. I may need to go and see if my Phoenix stuff works. I'm pretty sure it does. I just need to make sure it's happy. And then Atlanta to Orlando. Baga suggested that flight. I think it's an event. I'm not sure. And I got mostly some suggested flights yesterday. Chicago to Toronto is a VATSIM event, and then Toronto on into Boston is what we've got going on. I just no, I didn't actually. Somebody else.
At or above 3,000.
Curly Air is a younger version of Good Day.
Cross Pacific at or above 3,000.
Well, I will if we're flying in Australia. If we're in Australia, I'll say Good Day because that's what you do there. But I've never really done the Good Day thing. And I do have gray hair, so I do get to say that I'm slightly old. But I just don't think I've never been a Good Day kind of a person.
50380, Connie 522.
King Peachy 97. So the thing is I know it's got to look complex as hell to you right now. But the thing is all airplanes kind of are the same. We've got, you know, throttles. We've got some sort of a stick for elevators and ailerons. And we've got some way, a lot of it is repetition. Just Jack, yeah, repetition. But the thing is if you're just getting into the sim and just learning it and you don't have a background in aviation, one of the things to do is to start with the flying lessons in flight sim. This is not a typical computer game. Typical computer game, you basically spend 10 minutes learning how to play the game, and then you play for 60 to 90 days and you're done with the game. These airplanes are so complex, and they're getting more complex all the time. Checklists are good too. So I was using those. Novabricks is right. But the thing about it, King Peachy, is you just basically say, okay, I'm going to learn this. And the thing is it's going to take a month. But you're always learning something new. And the other cool thing about all of this is what you're learning here is like what happens in the real world. So yes, this is a flight simulator, and there are a couple of rules that we don't observe. There are some things that we don't do. I'm probably doing 2/3 of what the real pilots do, or maybe even less, and all. But you can go and start doing more and more and more all the time. And that's what's so cool about these airplanes. Looks like we're 60 miles from top of climb. Fuel looks like it's relatively good. We're not going to die there. Thanks, Mohammed. Welcome on in. Simon is here. You spent last week learning to fly the 7227. Without flight engineer support. Really? Simon, really? See,
yeah, 6114, contact.
That's the tough thing to do.
0.05.
That is the stuff. That's the tough one to do. Yes, welcome aboard. When did I start streaming on YouTube? Well, I've been trying for the past few weeks, and I had to make some changes in my programming so that YouTube would not be angry at me about, you know, the background music that I play. But I made those changes, and I think we're all set. I think I'm done, and it's ready to work. So from here on out, I'm going to try and be on both, so I can grow the business side of this just a little bit. And hopefully that will continue.
I'm not sure the coverage I'm going to get frequency-wise the closer you get to Laredo, so in the event of a lost comms.
Novabricks passed your Class 1 yesterday over a few months until you start training. Congratulations, Novabricks. That's exciting. I really hope that you're talking about real world, right? You're talking about real world stuff. I'm just going to go over. Oh, and by the way, it was Biss over on YouTube. Yes. Just making sure that this is working. So the live. Let's see, is the live working? Live is working.
420 is an unusable altitude.
Cool. Love it when live is working.
Not a problem. KLM 512.
It's great when a plan comes together. Yes, Novabricks is talking about real world. O-Dreams was in Germany some time ago. The controller announced he was disconnecting and 25 people at the... Oh, yeah, they do that too. Yeah, when a controller announces that they're disconnecting, there is a lot of that. Full-time simmer. Yeah, this started out as a hobby, Muhammad, and now it's full-time. This is what I do, to keep the lights on and to keep from going crazy.
5592 Houston Center, howdy, climb and maintain level 320.
Everything else is looking pretty good. Let's see, don't need to worry about that. Let's do flight plan over here. We are 621 miles out of Mexico City. We just got some updated weather. We'll worry about that later. We are 47 miles from top of climb, and everything is good. Oh, that's okay. That was an automatic command that has been in there for a long time. Generally, we just sit here and talk about having fun flights with friends. Baja, welcome aboard. Thank you for coming by today, Baja. Okay, and none of the stretch commands and all of those are working, so you kind of have to remember to do that, and posture check. And if you've been flying with me, you need to do a hydrate as well. Boeing Baga, first time in 24 in a few months in the Sima. It's been really smooth so far. It's been really smooth. Got a nice sunset out the windows. And if you're new to this flight sim thing and stuff, just looking outside here, you can see the nice weather. If you were flying along here, you know, back in this seat behind the wing. So we got some nice seats here. If you were back here, this is what it would look like, because we got live real world weather popped in here too, which is really awesome. And we've got some travel jazz playing, 35,000 feet. So let's see, we've got all the lights are where they're supposed to be. Nothing to worry about here. Boeing Baga hasn't done a lot of this for years. And that's an 80-mile range. Now we're going to go a little bit more. So right off the wingtip is Corpus Christi, just emerging from underneath the island, the wing. I think I could see the ship channel right there at Port Aransas. So that's the ship channel in Corpus Christi Bay. For anyone starting flight simming, O-Dream said a couple of months ago they should be buying 24, and you'll say it now. I think it's looking pretty good. You know, it's been working really nice here. Yeah, there it is. There's Corpus Christi Bay. There's Mustang Island and Port A. Captain Chris got a call in tonight. Good night, Captain Chris. Thanks for coming in on our unscheduled flight. First flight tomorrow, Frankfurt Friday. Going to take the A350 down to Venice.
You can resume normal speed.
Have a great evening, Chris.
Thank you.
The clouds are in the way. I think you can even see the USS Lexington, the aircraft carrier museum ship that's here in the bay. And that's kind of what it looks like. I did a bicycle race that basically went around the bay up here to Aransas Pass and then down here. It was, I forget how long Conquer the Coast was. Wasn't quite 100 miles though.
Yeah, 642, I'll tell you what, clear direct at D plan, Delta, Papa, Lima, Alpha, November.
Does it fly
Clear
into
D
Bologna?
plan,
I don't know. You're going to do that from Frankfurt? Well, let's see. Do you know the IC cows, the 4-letter identifier for that airport? If you know the 4-letter identifier, we could take a look at a ground chart and maybe figure it out from there.
What was the call sign? I did have you 5x5. Roger.
I need to check to see also if our second flight tomorrow is going to work. So our second flight is Skopje, LWSK, LIPE. Let's look at yours
I got you
first.
5x5.
Okay, here's Bologna.
Yeah,
Bologna.
642 descend via the Gusher 3 arrival, Houston altimeter 2999.
Okay, let's take a look at just a basic airport chart. Well, it is a 9,000 foot runway. So 9,000 foot runway.
261.
My
center,
guess is
standby.
parking
It's gonna be a
stands.
Your arrival, but that's about it. Everything else.
You probably on the borderline. You're probably on the borderline. You could probably squeeze in. I'm guessing. I might be wrong. I've been known to be wrong before. Okay, let's check LWSK. This is in Northern Macedonia.
3911 Houston Center, howdy.
Let's take a look at the airport. Okay, it's a 9,000 foot runway. I think I'm kind of pushing it a little bit.
Hill 705, Laredo wind 140.
Well, they do have some jetways. Stand 201 is kind of a bigger stand, so maybe they've got room for one airplane like this. But I probably, if I wanted to be a good pilot, I should switch over to another airline, another airplane. Then again,
261 Ivy clearance advisory.
I may not feel like being a good pilot.
Yeah, 261 cleared.
You're gonna give it a go. I think you're probably on the line. Hi, Joseph. Welcome aboard.
To join the Toro.
Boeing Baga is flying the Lightning in 2024. Tim Dog is Oak City. Here's Tim Dog's flight, flying Pilot Club tonight. So Oklahoma City to IAH. Yeah, if you're going to fly the A350, it's got to be lots of parking, right? Lots of parking. So I think that the flights that we did today are pretty nice. Springtime in South Texas was really good. This was a nice event. And we're also doing Visit Mexico. So this is going to be a nice one too. That's awesome. Tim Dog says Thursday is Pilot Club. It's Pilot Club Thursday, and that's a virtual airline that if you want. Mexico Center is having audio issues. I hear audio issues are kind of a pain in the butt.
Thank you. Climb and maintain flight level 400.
Hey, the drums work. The drums work. I hear audio. I hear. Yeah, sorry.
So the 1838 Houston Center, hello. Climb and maintain flight level 380.
And we'll add a little bit of floodlight now for now, just to keep the cockpit bright. Oh, Dreams, we should do that from Frankfurt. I was doing Venice for tomorrow, but we could do that next week. Ashley's back. Hey, Ashley. Welcome aboard. Thanks for coming by. Good to see you. Tim Dog says Pilot Club isn't a VA, but they have a VA. You just do the Fly-In Thursday events. Hi, Assassin TV. Good evening. So Ashley added a couple of cameras here at Spy HQ. Added a flight stick camera and a tiller camera over here. And then we have a McDo and throttle quadrant camera over here. So boy, we're having all sorts of camera fun. Lips. Yeah, so low vis. The plan for tomorrow is Frankfurt to Venice, and then Venice to Skopje. I'm totally messing that up. And Atlanta to Orlando.
Dax is 280. Actually, you know what? Maintain 250 knots.
So that's what we got going on.
Which is
Lips is Venice, yes.
250 till M-Port and publish after M-Port 642.
Okay, looks like we're
1221 Houston Center, Roger.
over the South Gulf doing pretty good here. Boeing Baga, did you find your flight? Yeah, this is looks pretty good. What do we got going on right now? We have got 900 pilots flying on VATSIM today. 900 pilots. There are 191 Airbus A350s flying on VATSIM at the moment. There are 98 777s. Actually, if we just go A35, there's 254. Most people are flying, I think most people are flying the larger Airbus. So that's pretty good. Boeing 38M. Low vis is one of 45 people flying the Boeing 737 MAX today. Let's see, low vis and Captain Whip flew out of Lips in the A350 for vectors to Copenhagen on Monday. Was that a good flight there, low vis? So you got your A350 out of Lips then, out of Venice, or as Indiana Jones says, Venice. And I think we're now getting ready to go feet dry. We're near the Brownsville area. Simon saw some A350s crash in Boston. Oh, really? You're talking about in the sim world. Dane Flats has come by today. Hi, Dane Flats. I think somebody said, we heard you on the radio today out of Houston. So I'm guessing you flew into Houston since you're doing a raid now. There's Dane Flats. Welcome aboard. Yep, coming up on Brownsville. Yes, it was in the sim world. Got it. Yay. Glad to hear it was in the sim world.
American 1221, descend via Gusher 3 arrival. Houston altimeter 2997.
And look at this. We finally hit our top of climb, flight level 400. And we're in cruise. We are 378 miles from top of descent. That should happen at 2:19. Wow, we got some flying to do. Boston controllers are still in their A game though. Oh, it was a pushback mistake? I'm shocked to hear that there might be pushback mistakes out there. And the Travel Jazz, this is the new playlist and stuff. Yeah, some of our favorite songs from Pretzel have gone away, and I'm gonna miss ArcLight and some of the other songs.
Over Houston approach.
I did download them so I could just keep them, in my iPad, but. Joseph is your updated sim update, and it still does what? It's still doing. It's still giving you problems. Yeah, the Cantina Imposter song. Yeah, ArcLight is one that I'll miss, but Maybe some decade they'll sort out all the music program problems, and we'll be able to figure out a way to do that without people breaking down the door. Almost feet dry over Brownsville. At least it wasn't an A350 and a CRJ. Yeah, that joke is about, oh, and it has to do with Delta airplanes too, right, Just Jack? We had, a month or so ago, there was a A350 that taxied a little close to a CRJ, kind of knocked the rudder off the CRJ. Loviz heard Clipper on Houston, so somebody's flying as Pan Am today. Somebody's flying as Pan Am. And I remember there was a bicycle race that I did here in Brownsville. I was only here once. It was in February though, and wow, was it chilly. Nothing like what I'm used to right now. I mean, we get chilly here. It's, 1 degree Celsius outside SPY HQ right now. But, that really was a cold day. Dane Flat says, Pan Am for the win. Joseph, yeah, if you're still having issues, that doesn't sound right to me. That doesn't sound like it should be the case. Gotta remember to turn off DLSS and go back to TAA so I don't have the blurry numbers again. That's really annoying.
So the 3874, thank you. Cleared visual approach, runway 13 right.
Okay, fuel at MMX is going to be 9.8.
So the 441, I was holding out on Monterey getting online, but they are not on yet. Your radar services are terminated. Frequency change approved. Have a safe flight.
Off to Mexico and Unicom for Delta 441. Thanks. Have a good weekend.
You as well.
122800 and Unicom. Well, we can hear the music a little bit better. Let's see. I was going to do something. Oh, yeah. I was going to go to the operational flight plan and take a look at final reserve and alternate, which is supposed to be 5.3. And the airplane is estimating that we're going to be at 9.8. So we're in good shape. I think that my numbers are a lot better on things like that because I decided I remember to get my en route wins. I think that's really, really important to snag with this airplane, the en route wins. And you get that on the main init page. So as you're coming in and you're doing, the IRSs and your departure, as you're starting to fill this out, I'd say at some point get the company wind request. That's going to be a good thing for helping to manage the speed and everything else. Are we crossing the border right now? That's a little loud. I'd say that's probably true. What a cool airplane this is. And the night lighting is here really good. You can still see up here, those were the lights of Corpus Christi. So we're down at Brownsville now. So this is one of the definite improvements that they've made in the sim. And we've got a much better rendition of the Milky Way in this too. Stretchers lives near Brownsville. So Stretchers, is that kind of what you think the light should be looking like here? Yeah, this is the Brownsville area. Very nice. Yeah, the night lighting is really, really good. Stretcher says it's a bigger city. McAllen is another big one. And that's going to be the other bright spot. So McAllen's more inland, right? Not on the coast. It's Brownsville that's on the coast and then McAllen. So if that's Corpus up there, Brownsville. There's the coast over there. So my guess is this is Brownsville and McAllen is the one in here, and it's probably, you know, continuous places to live and stuff as it goes along the highway. Skystream Aviation is in. Checking it on YouTube. Yeah, just getting it all going on YouTube as well. Been on Twitch for quite a while, and I think we've got everything set, and it should be working. Widget Warrior, we have crossed into Mexico, so we are now officially in Mexico. My guess is that's why we've got these waypoints here really close together. So between the Brownsville and the Mike Alpha Mike VOR, that's probably the border right there. And now we'll make our turn to the south, straight towards Mexico. Mexico City. Skystream Aviation, you do real world plane spotting at Houston? Well, you probably are going to see some plane spotting in the sim world too. Let's see, 2020 content in the marketplace has a tag that it's not creator approved. Yeah, I think that's been there for a while, Dane Flats. I think what that just means is whoever made like the airport that they made for Flight Sim 2020 has not said, oh yeah, it's going to work in 2024. I think that's all it is. Skystream also does. You're also a streamer too. Welcome on in. Thank you for coming in. And real life Skystream, if you feel like it, put a link to your YouTube where you do a real life spotting. Okay. Mustafa is here, live and direct from the Moose Lodge, serving fresh moose bread from the oven. Welcome aboard, Mustafa. Thank you for coming in today. Yes, live tomorrow at the regular time. All accounting stuff has been done. It's all taken care of. We're back to normal. We're doing Frankfurt Friday in the new airplane tomorrow. And Tim Dog is now over the Dallas-Fort Worth area today. Don't be stopping off at Rudy's for barbecue. Oh, you can't really post the computer. Okay, I got it. Understood. I don't want anybody to get in trouble. But Skystream Aviation, welcome on in. Let's see. Soccer Match, did I say your name right? We fly in Brazil all the time. In fact, the Rio Air Bridge was my most traveled route last year in 2024 on VATSIM, on Volanta. So yeah, it turned out that the Rio Air Bridge was the one was the city pair that I did the most. We do that almost every other weekend. It's such a good time. Oh yeah, so we'll be down there for sure. In fact, I would imagine we're going to do the air bridge, and there's also a weekly event in Brazil. We'll probably do that. Skystream Aviation, we have done Paro in a lot of airplanes. I haven't taken this into Paro yet. So yeah, we'll probably be taking this into Paro. And that looks pretty good. Let's go to surveillance, normal, Terra, and everything is set there. Flight plan looks good. We're 443 miles out of Mexico City. Looks like we're landing in about an hour at the most. If you're kind of looking at the clock saying, when can I go to bed? So performance looks good there. Fuel is still good. The A350 in Paro would be a close one. Yeah, I don't think you're gonna want. I don't think that you're gonna want to use brake to vacate on that one, right? Yep. Tomorrow is the air bridge. Yeah, I think that is the air bridge. Right now we are planning. We're planning for Friday, Frankfurt, Venice. We're going into Macedonia, and then we've got Atlanta and Orlando. I think that was a VATSIM event. I don't remember. We did the air bridge last week, so we kind of bounce in and out of that every other week, or something along those lines is what we try to do. Okay, this is good. I think we just get to sit and chill. One thing to take a look at in all the airplanes, but you can see it here, are maximum flight note levels. So for optimum flight level is flight level 20, max is 43, we're at 400, and that's probably good. Uh-oh, low vis is on final. Oh, and they did change the runways. We got to change them in ours. So let's come over here and make sure. So ATC comms, and let's come on down and hit an update for Mexico City. It could be the FNO, I think. Nebula is right behind low vis. Okay, information Foxtrot. This came out at 0045 Zulu. This is going to get replaced any minute now, but we're still expecting the ILS Zulu runway 23. So I need to redo the arrival. So flight plan, MMX. We need to redo this approach. Mustafa says, no, there isn't an FNO for tomorrow. Oh, okay. Okay, it's going to be the Eston transition. So Inaga 3 Bravo, ILS Zulu 23, Eston. And they're saying 23 left. So 23 left. It's going to be the ILS Zulu. We're still expecting the Inaga. It's the 3 Bravo now. No transition. And there is the Eston Via. And temporary and insert. So that's now updated. And information Foxtrot is aboard. So it looks like maybe what we're doing is we ought to think about going and doing the air bridge tomorrow too. So maybe what we'll do is we'll take Baga's Atlanta to Orlando flight and move it to Saturday and Sunday, so that after we get into Macedonia, how about if we do SBSP to SBRJ, SBSP to SBRJ? That should be a good one. Okay. So that means we're departing out of Sao Paulo, Brazil. I'm going to try and update that right now. So Baga, we will do that one next. FS24, I should take an A320 on that one. Sao Paulo, SBSP, SBRJ. That is Rio. Rio de Janeiro. Okay. And I'm going to move that. I'll figure out a place to put that sometime tomorrow. I hope Baga is not upset with me. We'll do that over the weekend. Okay, so I got that updated. Sao Paulo to Rio de Janeiro. Air bridge. Take your biggest airplane, right? Take your biggest airplane. Okay, got that taken care of. And we can clear that, And how's the airplane flying now that we've done that? Boeing, Baga, thank you for being okay with that. I do appreciate it. It sounds like there's going to be a party in Rio tomorrow, so we should be ready for that. Yeah, SBSP to SBRJ, Sao Paulo, Brazil to Rio de Janeiro, and it's Santos Dumont, which means what could possibly go wrong? DMK, I ended up having to dive very, very deeply into financial stuff for the small little business that I have around the live stream. I ended up going with a accountant that was recommended by a family friend, and I needed to spend a couple of days just going over literally everything, in the checkbook, everything, every financial record, and categorize it and, get it all sent off. So I had to do that. Oh, yeah, I talk about needing hydration after that, that's for sure. The live stream is wonderful. Love Twitch, love YouTube, love being online and doing that, but I've got to tell you, the business side of this is just not what I expected. I'm very happy to be back too. I really am. Spending two solid days looking at small numbers in spreadsheets. You know, the little googly eyes emotes and stuff like that? That's really what it will do to your eyes here. Okay, back to performance. 206 miles to top of descent. Information Foxtrot. Let's see if we can get an update now. 0045 Zulu. So let's see if we get a new one. Digital latest has been received, and it is still Foxtrot. Still Foxtrot. They'll probably quiet zone here. Yep, here we all are coming down. Just right down the coast. So this is going to be Mexico Center, 133.3. 133.3. 133300. Okay, we're all set, ready to go there. 777 Bob, did I miss an airplane joke? I'm sorry. Here. I bet it was awesome. 777 Bob. 777 Bob, an air bridge? What? Oh, I got it. Thank you. Sorry about that. I actually thought it was a real question. All right, we should be getting beeped probably at Dusby. That's probably where, that's probably the border between the air traffic control centers. So we get a second to sit back with our favorite beverage and enjoy. I think tonight I'm going to do just some meatballs and some marinara sauce. Nothing too involved. So now that I've thrown that out there, that's probably dinner here. What's dinner for you? Oh my gosh, that is an incredible hard question, DMK. Depends. I'd have a hard time nailing it down. 777 Bob, I like it. I think this is a fun airplane. There's a lot to it. I like the way it's set up. I like the way it runs in the sim right now. I'm probably going to need to shift over to the A320 for the. I'm probably going to need to shift over to the A320 for the air bridge, but I really like this. 777 Bob just had coffee. I slammed the plane, went into toga. The max went into toga over the threshold. I forgot to arm the speed brakes. Oh my gosh. See what happens? I take time out to go and do business things, and we're all get kind of, you know, rusty with our airplanes. It's 3 a.m., so you're still flying. Wills, you could still have pizza. It's 11 a.m. where 777 Bob is. Dinner was 6 hours ago for O Dreams. And frozen home run individual pizzas. Home run isn't, I haven't had that before. I know you can get a little bit lazy flying an Airbus. You absolutely can. You really can get a little lazy doing this. I kind of like it though. The Boeing keeps you frosty. So does the Embraer. So does the E-Jet. That'll keep you frosty too. Yeah, I think I've probably got one of the little Red Baron Frozens left, but I'm just gonna go and pop some of those frozen meatballs in the microwave. Go and zap some marinara, and then maybe get some Caesar dressing in a little cup. And then I've got some vegetables that I cut up for stir fry, but I really don't think it's time to make stir fry tonight. I'd have to go and make the rice. I don't have any more rice. I'd have to cook some up. Red Baron is not bad. And yeah, Loviz, this is such a cool airplane, and there's so much to learn. There's just so much to learn in this airplane. It's awesome. Absolutely an awesome airplane. I think that Any Builds did a good job building the plane. They really did. I think there's probably a few things that they've got to fix on it, but still, just a fabulous job. I know, I'm sure I offended a whole lot of people. On the other hand, I live alone, and I'm live streaming, and I set up not one but 2 cameras today, and I got all of my numbers put together. So I'm basically gonna say, I'm sorry you're offended, but when you live alone and you have accomplished as many things as I've accomplished today, it's why they made microwaves. Rob the Swedish chef says that I've offended Swedes too. Well, at least I didn't call them, I'm just getting the towel down here on the desk messed up. At least I'm not calling them, like IKEA meatballs or anything like that. Bologna sandwiches. I actually will, have some cold cuts. I don't think I've had bologna for a very long time. Not for a very long time. That's right. If you can't offend at least one country a day, there you go. Coming up on Dusty, so 11 minutes, we may actually get beeped here. We may get beeped. Rob the Swedish chefs, IKEA meatballs in Sweden are actually pretty good. That's what I hear. I was kind of looking around to see if there was any place where I could order them and get them shipped in. Because I hear you can buy them in some places in freezer sections, but just to give them a try. Okay, we've got to be close to getting to hearing the beep, beep, beep sound. Oh yeah, we're right on the line. We're right on the line. Let's see. In Korea, IKEA has plant-based meatballs and steak. Frankie Stat likes fried bologna and mustard sandwiches. And DMK's been trying different chilies from Amazon. Some of the best chili that the most flavorful has always been. Oh, is this where you can order it, Boeing Baga? So you can order it here. IKEA. This is the U.S. store, is it? Hey, I just got beef. So you could order this now. Yeah, Boeing Baga, thank you for popping that in. I'm going to save this. That would be fun to order this. I guess that's, you could do either meat or beef or chicken. Okay. Well, I'm going to give this, not sold for delivery. Okay, I've got to go to a store. I don't think that we have anything like that here in Big Sky Country. 133.3. Here we go. 133.30. This is going to be MMX Center. This is Mexico Center.
Who is upcoming?
I'm back at 250, what arrival would you like to take?
It's gonna be the Enaga 3 Bravo.
That's the one we got. The 3 Bravo. Wow, are we good?
Mexico Center.
It's usually a green chili. If I'm going to go and make something,
Level 234,
I think,
thank you,
you
real
know,
contact climb 340. 240, just go to 34. Correction, 320. 320, project 234. Alcanzados 30, voy a 735. 735, contacto a México, 121,
oh, Rob, the
decimal 2.
Swedish chef, if you're going to do that, I would really like that. Oh, is there one over in, is there one in
Mexico
Minneapolis?
409, turn
No kidding, that's cool.
Enaga,
Yeah, Rob, if you've got
710.
something to try, I'm always up for trying new things here at home. I mean, that's a... Okay, I do live a little bit of a pathetic existence, but that's like fun for me. So trying new things like that, Rob, would be awesome.
Mexico 418,
I'd love to give
contact
it a
approach
try.
121, decimal 2, right?
21.2 Mexico 418.
Mexico Center, good evening. Delta 441 is 11 miles north of Maple at flight level 400.
Delta 441, good evening, Red. Contact maintain 400.
Maintaining 400, Delta 441. Flyboy Smokes, have we gone to Bermuda? Oh, yeah. Nassau in the Bahamas is fun to go to.
257, sorry, my UPC turn right here in 0904 sequence. I'll give you direct to Enaga.
I mean, yeah. Do we have Yellowstone chili? Oh, I think we do, DMK. Yeah. Although I usually, if I'm going to make some chili, I'll just kind of make it from scratch. It's pretty good. Take your time, Rob. Yeah, I mean, take your time. But no, if you're going to take the time to do it, I'll take the time to make it. I will take the time to make it. Fact is, if I can get enough coverage, if I can get coverage, the camera coverage, I'll do YouTube with that. That would be fun. Okay, we're 110 miles from top of descent.
American 257, make that turn 150. It's not gonna need that much of correction, so 150.
Information Golf is now current. Golf, same runways. Let's go ahead and we'll do, let's go and do...
Who was calling for descent?
So D8 is aboard. Let's go ahead and do the approach data. The wind right now is 160 at 15.
I got you. The 710 level 200 be leveled by Inaga.
160.
And American 257, you can fly directly to
21
Inaga now.
degrees. Altimeter is 3024.
Aeromexico 409, contact Mexico approach 121.2, bye-bye.
And our
Mexico Center, can you confirm altimeter on
minimums are 7,512 feet.
GPS 437, you were correct. Thank you. No, you can say again, you were blocked.
Okay, that's good. Numbers are in. $7,000. Yeah, look at the minimums. 7,512 feet. The field elevation is 7,297 feet. So let's see, 2-3, I'm gonna guess that we can probably get Bravo 6. Bravo 6. Some of this playlist is really nice. So we're gonna try and get Bravo 6. Yep, I'm gonna try, okay, so, I'm gonna try and set the BTV, okay? So BTV, if you have not done BTV before, so what do we need to start to get BTV? First of all, we have to have the map here to try and figure out what our exit is. Runway 23 left, we're gonna try and hit exit Bravo 6. I'm guessing Bravo 6 is what we're gonna try and exit at. So, to do BTV, we're gonna start by dialing from ARC to plan mode, and then we're going to go and dial the range all the way down to 10 miles. And then you have to actually use your mouse here and start zooming it in. So we're going to do one click, and that's going to go and load the map in. You have to have Navigraph for this. And it takes a second to go and load the map. Okay, now that we got the map, we're gonna go and dial it in again. Now, if you look real carefully, you can see that our runway is already highlighted on the map. So the airplane is super duper smart. It's already figured out, knows that we're gonna use that runway, but we can change it. And we wanna change it to Bravo 6. So now we're going to go and dial the map in even tighter. There we go. And then click the map. We need to click it one more. Now let's click the map. And now we got to click this Bravo 6 right here. And it's a little hard to see, but when you move the little pink pointer over it, over some of these, the box the box changes color. There's a light green, I guess it's cyan, box that goes around it. So here's a Bravo 6, and this one changed color. So I'm going to click it, and I'm going to set our BTV exit. Now BTV is set. Come over here. I'm going to arm it, and now we're going to slowly back out over here. And our BTV is now set. BTV stands for brake to vacate. And we're going to try and vacate at that
That's a new one for me. What's the call?
And we're all set to brake here at Bravo 6 to get us off there.
Great, thank you.
We'll see if that works. 777 Bob, you can also change the runway surface with the dial. That's right. And it also, it'll say, see, right now it says that our runway surface is dry. And the dial that you would change is actually over here. And this is how you change the runway condition, like 777 Bob's telling you to do. It's easier to look at probably the co-pilot side and dial this around. Blaze, yeah, that is it. You do need to have Navigraph for that. Okay, if we are cleared to descend, it's going to be above 10,000 feet at Eston and maybe flight level 200 at Anaga. Top of descent's coming up too in about 60 miles, and we are all prepared for our descent. Wow. So yeah, we're all done, so let's call the flight attendants. Hey, flight attendants, bring up, we're all done up here, so bring pizza and our favorite beverages. Yeah, pizza and beer up here, please. Thank you. JSG Droid, you worked late today. So JSG Droid, I got everything kind of done a little faster. And I just figured I'd been gone for a couple of days, and I just thought I could probably pop it in. I was working on something new, JSG Droid. We now have a throttle cam and a side stick cam. So we've got two different cams right now, and after I made these, I had to come in and give it a try. So welcome in, JSG Droid. Thank you for being here. One flush for good luck in the Blue Juice Saloon. Yes. So we did a quick one, LA to Vegas, and now Loviz found Houston to Mexico City on VATSIM for us. I know, Rick, they're kind of cool. I'm enjoying them too. Kind of see, you know. Oh, and JSG Droid, I did one other change. I made one other change here. I've changed my sensitivities on everything. My sensitivities are on the elevators, aileron, rudder, and I also changed it to the same thing on the tiller, which I really like the tiller too. Exclamation point tiller if you want to know how to get your own. Thank you. I am going to do that. Rob, thank you. I'm going to give it a try. I can't wait to try it, Rob. Thank you for taking the time to do that. I think that's going to be fun. But JSG Droid, I've found these are working really good with this airplane. I really like them. Tiller, I hardly knew her. Oh! There you go. There's how you find the tiller. Okay, I'm gonna go over here, and it said it's in the food section. Rob the sweet. Okay, hang on. Control C. New window. This is what you said, Rob. Rob the Swedish chef. These are Swedish meatballs. Okay, so you may not know this, Rob, but I actually tried to make some Swedish meatballs 2 weeks ago, and it was a freaking disaster. It was not good. So I will try and do this one. I will print this up, and I'm going to take this to the store and get what I need. I'll get the right stuff. So thank you, Rob. This is going to be awesome. Control C. Save as on the desktop. And let's come over here. Swedish meatballs. Got it done. Got it done. Thank you. I really am looking forward to trying this. Thanks, Rob. What's the note for the Americans? The note for the Americans is, in Sweden, blandfars is a mix of ground beef and pork. But if you can't find it pre-mixed, just combine them yourself. Dark corn syrup is the closest equivalent to Swedish York syrup. If you can't find, molasses works too, but it's a bit stronger in flavor. White pepper and allspice are the key to authentic Swedish taste, so don't skip it. I have my assignment for the next grocery store day. I know, JSG Droid, really. Working A350 in 2020. JSG Droid, they did update Sim Update 1 today for everybody. So Sim Update 1 has come out today. I don't know if that'll help you with your world or not. Mexico Center, hello again from Delta 441, 68 miles north of Inaga, and we're about 10 miles or so away from top of descent.
Delta 441, thank you. Descent flight level 200, be level by Inaga.
Flight level 200, level at Inaga for Delta 441.
Polaris 4801, descienda 200, develado Inaga.
Okay, as soon as I get cleared to something, and when I'm cleared to something, I put it immediately into my... And it says flight level 200, so it's already set in there. And over on performance, 6 miles, I say we go. Down we go. We will be sure and ask. Wills is doing a long-haul flight tonight. Coldor Skin says the A350, it does. It's supposed to work well in 2020. The only difference is you don't have the cabin, I think, and some of the other bells and whistles, but the airplane's supposed to work really good. Okay, we're looking pretty good here. And down we go. Look at all the lights up ahead too. Wow. No progressive dirt on the surfaces. It's just cosmetic. Well, if my airplane does not have progressive dirt, I'm sorry, I'm not flying it. I have standards. Yes, that's not a word that you've heard too much of. Progressive dirt in the real world. Not something that you would have in the real world. Busalugu says it doesn't. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, we've had airplanes that didn't have cabins before and had a blast with them. I mean, it's nice to have a wing view, and you can usually set that up in some airplanes. But again, don't need to have a cabin with nice little pillows on the seats.
Autorizado el arranque, ya me listo. ¿Recibir entonces la salida va a ser Notruf 1 Eco o puede ser por Guadalajara 1 Alfa, por la pista 1 del Hotel Victor Excel? Está ahorita a la presente las 2-9. Perfecto, 2-9, entonces sería Notruf 1 Eco. Déjeme corregir tu número.
I don't think it was going to be right at flight level 200, so I decided to make the airplane do it for sure.
Right, 282, the winds are 0.
There we go. Now we're happy. Now we'll be at flight level 200 at Anaga. Little speed brake fixes everything.
UPS 437, contact Mexico 121.2, bye-bye. 121.2, muchas gracias por el control, buenas noches.
Now, yeah, we were going to be a little bit high. I'm glad I checked that.
México 292, visto menor.
Arménico 292, 200.
I know.
200,
Yeah, I would. Yeah, 777 Bob. I would break the rules on that one, and I would basically use radar and dial in 200 feet or whatever. I would dial in 200 feet. That's the cheap way to do it, but I just, sitting there and cranking a fake dial for 10 minutes to get your minimums is just ridiculous, so.
JetBlue 234, descent 300.
Okay, had speed brakes out just a little bit. Put those back. Nice to have the speed brake handle here on the Airbus controls, because technically, the pilots, the real world, when they are on a descent and you have to use speed brakes, they want you to keep your hand on the lever until you're done with them. Otherwise, you sometimes forget to put them down. Now, the airplane will yell at you about it, but still.
Polaris 480, Polaris 4801 approximately.
Got an airplane over here, 20 miles away. They're descending too.
Arménico 136, contacto bajío, 119.4.
Hydrospace, very, very nicely. It's good to have. It's really nice to have.
Delta 441 por secuencia por su izquierda rumbo 130. Delta 441 por su izquierda rumbo 130.
Mexico Center, was that for Delta 441?
Oh my bad, that's in English. Delta 441, yeah, turn left heading 130 for sequence.
Delta 441, left turn. What was that number again for our left turn for Delta 441?
130.
130 for Delta 441. Boy, am I glad I took Spanish in junior high school.
And if you can expedite that, that would be really helpful.
Not a problem. Plenty of fuel for Delta 441. It says Uno.
November 235.
Quattro Uno. That's Delta 441. That's Moa. I better do that. Final Rabbit, that is a tiller. Type into chat. I do it for you, but I can't type in chat on multi-stream. Do exclamation point tiller. Exclamation point tiller, and it'll put a link to where you can get it. There you go. That's it. This was a very nice gift from Noodles.
México 292, en BMT solicitamos
It's probably that airplane over there that we're making our turn.
Descenso visual 3000 pies autorizado y... Eso es necesario. Muchas gracias.
Perdón, el descenso autorizado hasta 3000 pies y me repiten el resto.
No, le voy a solicitar un reporte, pero va a estar en contacto de nada, no va a ser necesario.
Okay.
Well, that worked out pretty good, I'd say.
Please, 2906, thank you. Sorry about earlier, too much traffic today. 9400.
Too much traffic today, huh? Too much traffic. That happens on VATSIM.
Delta 441, thank you. Flight direct to Enaga now.
Back to Enaga for Delta 441, thanks.
Centro México, deleteo Hotel Victoria y ahora estamos en copiar para taxi
Lester is doing Tokyo, and you have 6 hours and 10 minutes to go. That's a long flight there, Lester. A long flight for sure. So we're about 10 miles from Enaga.
Alfa 3, mantengan. Centro México, buenas noches. Centro México 513, nivelado 290. México 2, 513, muy buenas noches, contacto radar. Hacienda 340. Atención nivel 340, ahora México 513.
And flight level 200, so that looks good.
Alfa 3, antes pista 29 de hecho. Correcto.
Let's see if it'll take our direct to now.
1007, climate in 340.
Direct to Enaga and insert. Back to performance. I didn't like it. I think we were a little bit too close. It pulled it off, but it was cranky about it.
Mike,
Lester is doing a Virgin Atlantic A3. 50, right?
¿Dónde se encuentran? Muchas gracias, no tengo atención en Guadalajara. Es número 1, mantenga la escucha.
Okay, that looks good. So we're doing a big old S-turn right now. Lester departed out of Chicago.
Contacto radar directo por Morelia.
Directo por Morelia, Horizon 156.
Delta 441, contact Mexico approach, 121.2, right?
121.2 for Delta 441. Thanks. Have a great weekend.
You too.
Let's go direct MX641.
Actually, you are supposed to be prone approach. That's my bad. Yeah, contact approach 121.2. For now, descend 118,000. He will give you the.
That will make the airplane happier with us. Information Golf's aboard. Wills is going to do Bangkok to Copenhagen, an 11-hour flight. Yeah, those are some pretty tight S-turns. Mr. Cessna, welcome back in. Thanks for coming by today. Happy weekend.
Descend via Post 4 Bravo to 15,000 QNH 3025.
We're going to have a big steep descent here. We're a little high now.
The Bluetooth 34, no problem. Descend unrestricted to 15,000 feet.
Mexico approach, hello there from Delta 441. We are direct to MX641 with Information Golf.
Delta 441, heavy Mexico approach, good evening, radar contact. Descend via Enaga 3 Bravo to 15,000 feet, 15,000 QNH 3025.
3025 descend via the Enaga Bravo to 15,000 feet for Delta 441.
Correct, and you're flying to the Mike X-Ray 641, right?
We're about 10 miles from Mike X-Ray 641 for Delta 441. Rob, thank you.
Roger, thank you. UPS 437 heavy, proceed direct Cessna, descend to 12,000.
Okay, we're a little bit high, speed brakes. And again, the best thing you can do is if you can, keep your hand on the speed brakes. Check out some of the mountains up ahead.
Oh, sorry.
Always try and keep your hand on speed brakes if you're using them. That way you don't forget that you've got them out.
Polaris 4801, proceed direct Estin, maintain 12,000 feet.
Altimeter is 3024.
Salidas muy buenas noches, United 318, dejando 8600 por 290. Salida según 32, bravo.
United 318, salidas México, buenas noches. Contacto radar haciendo sin restricción, nivel 290.
Sin restricción 290 para el United.
And 3024 down here. .3024. There we go. Hand back on the speed brakes. We're still a little high on the approach. So since we're high on the approach, hi Fast Joe, welcome back in. Try and keep my hand on that speed brake handle so I don't forget to turn it off. The airplane will remind you, but you'd rather not be reminded. Let's see.
UBS 437 Heavy, sorry, just confirm.
Mr. Cessna, that would not have been me. I haven't helped anybody change a tire in years.
12,000 feet right now, UPS 437 Heavy.
Right, thank you.
And so we've caught up with our descent. There's 15,000 feet. Frankie Stat, thank you. Something new. We'll see how it works. And it's dropping us down to 230 knots.
4801, clear
Flaps
ILS
1
Zulu,
now.
runway 23 left
There's
approach.
flaps 1.
Clear ILS Zulu, runway 23 left, Polaris 4801.
Checklist. Approach checklist. Briefing. Yeah, right. Let's do seat belts. Ask them to put their laptops and stuff away. Minimums are set. The barrel reference is set. Approach checklist is done. And a nice turn over Mexico. It is. So you see over here, that is showing an aircraft about 10 miles ahead of me, right where it should be, Widget Warrior. And it even gives us their call sign there, November 235 Mike Charlie. Which is a really cool way to figure out, where you are.
UPS 437 Heavy after Cesta, clear ILS Zulu, runway 23 left approach.
After Cesta, clear ILS Zulu 23 left approach, UPS 437 Heavy. Thank you
I
very
think
much.
we're going to need these. Speed brakes can arm. Everything's good here. Let's go ahead and hit the LS buttons.
November 235,
LS
Mike
buttons are
Charlie,
set.
direct Cesta, descend to 12,000.
Correct Cesta down to 12,000, 5 Mike Charlie.
Okay, now's a good time to, if you've been scrunched up in your chair flying along, go ahead
Delta
and...
44, disregard. Polaris 4801, 11 miles
Darn,
final
I hope
runway
we're going to get to
23
do
left.
more of a
Ready,
descent.
service terminated, contact tower 118.55.
118.55 is next for us.
55 for Polaris 480. Muchas gracias.
There we go, 118.550.
Feliz noche.
No ground or clearance in Mexico right now. I think everything's right with the world. We get to sit and cruise for just a bit. And where are we? Okay, we're on this DME arc here.
Mexico approach, good evening, Connie.
So 14,000 is what we're supposed to be here. So we'll see if they let us go down a little bit more. And then 12,000, and then above 10,000 and Eston.
Mexico approach, good evening, radar contact, descend behind Naga 3 Bravo to 14,000 feet, QNH 3025.
Descend Naga 3 Bravo to 14,000 and to 3025 for Connie 522.
Nothing else to worry about. We're actually kind of caught up on this right now. Tim Dog has landed at Houston with a minus 57, less than 1 mark from the aim marker. That's not a bad landing. Great landing number, and you're close enough to the marker. You're definitely in the zone, so that's nice to have.
November 5, Mike Charlie, say airspeed.
Airspeed.
230 knots, 5 Mike Charlie.
Roger, thank you. Maintain 230 until Cesta.
I think the playlist ran out.
We'll maintain 230 until Cesta.
Lux Stereo, welcome aboard. Yeah, this was a last minute.
441 heavy, reduce 230 knots.
230 knots for Delta 441.
And Delta 441 heavy, proceed direct Cesta, descend to 12,000.
12,000, and we are direct to Cessna. Cesta. Direct to performance and 12,000.
234, radius 230 knots.
We are 0 indicated.
But yeah, Lux Stereo got everything done that I needed to do this week and added some new cameras, so I was excited about testing them out. There was plenty of time to do a couple of flights, so here we are. Welcome back in. Thanks for coming by today.
118 is Mach 55 UPS for 37 Heavy. Muchas gracias por el control.
Looks really pretty nice tonight here. Really nice. Lux Stereo, we're doing Frankfurt Friday tomorrow. Going to Venice. And then we're doing the Rio Air Bridge. We're also going to a small airport in Macedonia.
318. Ya, 318, contacto Centro México en 133.3, buen vuelo.
133.3 para United, muchas gracias.
Really, really nice view outside this cockpit.
Verify Mike Charlie, resume normal speed.
So there's that airplane ahead of us. They got to do normal speed. 5 Mike Charlie is what I called them. So that is really neat to be able to see.
5 Mike Charlie, resume published speeds.
Published speeds.
Resume published speeds. Clear 5 Mike Charlie.
We should probably get that a little bit too. We are at 230 right now, so we should be getting a published speeds to, at Cesta. Let's go ahead and activate the approach. That looks good. Surveillance, we should have moved that to below. Forgot to do that. Cool. Brighton Man, the tiller is very, very nice. It really does add a little bit to the flight, and it gives me a little bit more control than I had with the twist stick. Because I had the twist stick and that worked pretty good, but this is a little bit, it's definitely better. It works really well with this airplane. It's the only one I've tested it with so far, so we'll have to get test it with a Phoenix for the Rio Air Bridge. It's really nice. If you want to find it, type exclamation point.
441 heavy after Cesta, clear ILS Zulu runway 23 left approach.
After Cesta, we are cleared for the ILS Zulu runway 23 left approach for Delta 441.
And November Flight Mike Charlie, you were
exclamation point tiller if you want to find out where I got it. And it was a nice gift from
Zulu,
Noodles.
runway 23 left approach. 5 Mike Charlie.
Great, thank you.
Brandon, that's how it works. Yeah, the person that makes them, I think, can only make 5 a week. I assume that's because they're doing their own printing.
Blue 234, proceed direct Cesta, descend to 12,000.
Brandon, thank you so much. You have a full Airbus A320 soon. Yeah, we're gonna do this on at least the first flight. We may switch over to an Airbus out of Venice, and we'll need an A319 or 20 for the air bridge. This is probably just a little bit too big. Okay, all the speeds are good. Checklist, landing checklist. Cabin crew notified. Auto throttle, auto brakes are set. Runway condition is dry, so that's good. I don't have a yoke, Busalogu. I only have the side stick, and it works great in a Boeing. So it works just fine. Very happy with it. Flaps 2. Okay, posture check. Make sure if you've got rudder pedals, you're sitting correctly so that you can go and Grab your rudder pedals. We are exiting to the right. We have brake to vacate set up too, so we got to remember we're just going to do idle reverse. And there's our nice turn. And I don't know how it looks on your screen, but this looks really, really good. This looks really good here.
JetBlue 234, maintain 210 or higher until Cessna.
210 higher until Cessna.
Okay, good 10 miles separates us. I have localizer. I'm going to get on the localizer now. Always good to be able to do that. Mexico City is the biggest city in North America. Low vis, that is an interesting statistic for sure. I have glide slope. I'm going to go ahead and arm the glide slope now too. We are 15-mile finals. Let's bring the map in a click. That looks good. How about landing gear? Gear going down. A little bit soon, but you get busy in this airplane. And we got 190 actually here. So it's 190. Final cabin call. Forgot my lights. Everything's good there. I don't see anything that looks like an airport. Exiting right.
Correct.
Looking forward to taking this thing.
441 heavy, 11 miles final, runway 23 left, range services terminated. Contact tower 118.55.
118.55 now for Delta 441. Thank you. Have a great weekend.
You too. Bye bye.
118.55. No ground. Was that a Snapple fact? Was that one of those facts from a Snapple bottle? I remember those. Haven't had that in years. Mexico Tower, good evening. Delta 441 is on a 9-mile final for the ILS runway 23 left.
Delta 441 heavy, runway 23 left, QNH 3025, approach.
Continue the approach, Delta 441.
2,500.
Or Delta 115. Are we taking it on cross the pond or cross the land? Right now, I'm signed up for cross the land. That's going to be on the 15th. I was going to take Delta 441 from Sangster to Salt Lake City, and I was going to take this airplane.
Delta 441 heavy, runway 23 left, with
26 left, clear to land, Delta 441.
359 Charlie, where you headed?
On the north side at the customs building there for 5 Charlie.
Perfect. Taxi via Echo 2, cross runway
Flaps
right.
3.
Continue the Echo 2, and Charlie, surround the
Okay, Echo 2, Charlie, and clear to cross 23 right, later 5 Mike Charlie.
Flaps are full. ECAM checklist is green. Checklist here is complete. All set for landing. M1S7, Mr. X has the Logitech G56. That was actually one of the first ones that I used, Mr. X. But when I got mine, it was still owned by Saytech. But I had the X56 that I used, and I had that one for years. Okay, we're all established. Checklist is green. Autopilot is off. Captain's got the airplane. And I did reduce my sensitivities just a little bit on this. Stash misses the X52. There are sometimes I miss my old Satec too. It had so many cool buttons on it. You could, and I had so many things remoted to my buttons too.
300. 100 above. 200.
Make a tower holding short runway 23 left. UPS
100.
37 heavy.
Minimum.
Landing.
47 heavy, roger.
50.
Over.
40. 30. 20. 10.
Brake to vacate. Working. Get a lot of these scenery hits like this when we're landing though. Just got to kind of hold off on moving anything.
Auto brake off.
Good evening, JetBlue 234, 8 miles, runway 23 left.
JetBlue 234, hello, runway 23 left, QNH 30.
Yep, there's a tiller now. You can't use the twist stick.
QNH 30 to start continuing approach, JetBlue 234.
UPS 437 heavy, cross runway 23 left on Echo 2, hold short runway 23 right.
Cross 23 left on Echo 2, hold short 23 right. UPS 437 heavy.
Delta 441 heavy, where you headed?
Delta 441 heavy, straight ahead to the terminal if we could, please.
Info for the Delta supposed to go Terminal 2, not Terminal 1.
Continue via Bravo 6, Bravo 3, ramp, every time.
I'm sorry, somebody else was on the frequency.
Arriva Delta 441 heavy, cross runway 23 right at Bravo 6, continue via Bravo 6, Bravo to the ramp, every time.
Bravo 6 and Bravo to the ramp for Delta 441, thanks.
Info for the Delta for the next flight on Mexico. Delta go Terminal 2, not Terminal 1.
Next time we'll plan Delta Terminal 2. Thank you so much from Delta 441.
You're welcome.
Mexico Tower, good evening. Connie 522, ILS 23 left, 9 miles.
Your last call, W234 on a 23 left, wind 160 degrees, 10 knots, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 23.
This was, I think, a freeware that we might have gotten. I don't remember where we got this. Loviz says, get the one without a cabin.
23 right, UPS 437 heavy.
Why don't we just go straight ahead? Nose light. I think I may have hot brakes. I think I may have hot brakes here.
Connie 522 on the 50 left, 3025.
And we have to go up a little bit of a hill here.
You approach QNH 3025, Connie 5.
I think that means I have hot brakes. That's what that is.
Yeah, 437 heavy, cross on the 23 right on Echo 2, continue via Echo 2 from the ramp every time.
So runway 23 right on Echo 2, Charlie to the ramp. Thank you very much. UPS 437 heavy.
Brighton. So one of the things that I did with this airplane there's a jetway over there. I can't go any further. Okay, parking brakes. Looking pretty good. APU is available. So let's see if the APU is available. We can go and do engine number 1 and engine number 2. And we'll just click those two buttons right there. Let's go down to surveillance. And we should have turned off Terra. And we're going to turn off Terra. And we'll also go into standby mode there. Those are good. All of this looks good here. Seatbelts can go off. Taxi light is off. Turn off the fuel pumps. Thanks, Nebula. Let's go and do fuel pumps in the opposite direction. And all of that looks really good. Come on down here. We can go to ground. Chocks, ground power unit. We'll open up the cargo doors ourselves. And then let's see if we can grab ourselves a jetway. There comes a jetway. Yep, we got a jetway. Engines are good too. Beacon can go off. And it's coming out, and it looks like we made it there. That worked. And incredible night lighting tonight. Really nice, and you can see the downtown area over there too. That looks good. That's right. So I made some sensitivity changes. You still have the galley and the lavatories. Just no seating. I'm going to give that a try and see what that's like for us. So let's see here. Let me show you my sensitivity settings. These are my sensitivity settings that I've set up for this airplane. The AnyBuild says just have a straight line. They just say a straight line from the lower left to the upper right, straight up. I went and on my elevators, my aileron, my rudder, and also the new tiller, I've also gone, I've changed them all to these numbers. So sensitivity plus and minus is down by minus 0.4. And then I included a 0.09 dead zone as well, just in here too. So these are the sensitivity settings that I've got with the airplane. And I gotta tell you, I've really found out it just seems to be so much better. So I've really enjoyed that, and it's working good for me. And if you need me to, if you didn't catch those numbers, again, those numbers are minus 0.4 and 0.09. I can put that over on Discord. Hi, Flash Duck. Welcome back in. Good night to you, Rick. Thank you for being here, and thank you for coming in. This was totally an unexpected day today, but it's great to see you, and thank you so much for being here. I do hope that you are having a really, really good evening, and you had a good... my voice is just... oh my gosh. Anyway, I hope you had a really good weekend. Thank you for being here. Why don't we go over and do a little bit of rating? I think I saw Moose in chat. Why don't we go over and say hi to Mustafa? It's been a while. But yeah, I hope that works for you. It's really made it easier for me to control all this. So that's worked out really good. Thanks for being here. Tomorrow I will be seeing you at Frankfurt. I'm going to be in a lufty A350. We're going down to Venice. Might have to shift out to our flight into Macedonia out of Venice. So I may take a smaller Airbus for that one, probably an A320 or something. And then we've got Sao Paulo to Rio de Janeiro. Going to need an A320 for that as well, too. That's the Rio Air Bridge tomorrow. So should be a very nice flight too. Didn't get these updated yet. There have been some nice gift subs over here on Twitch. Thank you so much for those. I also saw a couple of really nice new subscriptions over on YouTube. If the new music's going to work out for us, then that's just going to be really nice so that we can stay on both YouTube and all. April 15th is the Sun and Fun event on VATSIM. I think that's also across the land. Is that Saturday the 15th? I think that's also across the land. So that should be good. Hey, thanks for being here. Last minute live stream. I really missed you. Really enjoy getting to spend time here. Thank you for being here. I hope you are doing really, really good. And you had a good week. Can't wait for weekend flying. In the meantime, as always, stay healthy, stay safe. We'll see you in the friendly sim skies at 1900 Zulu. Cheers.
what TNT did FedEx buy?